Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today our topic is from fallacies in syllogisms. So as I have explained the syllogisms, that syllogism is an argument which consists of two premises and one conclusion. So first premise we can say that is the major premise, the second is minor premise. In first premise we will have major term and middle term, and in the second premise we will have minor term and the middle term, and on the basis of that middle term we can conclude the argument. Okay, so that was syllogisms. So then I have discussed different rules for the syllogisms. So now fallacy in syllogisms, as we if we so fallacy in syllogism means that the mistakes that we are doing in syllogism. So what are those mistakes? So we should keep those mistakes in syllogism. So look at this. Syllogism often seem like very simple statements, but you may be surprised how often people make logical mistakes when typing to put together simple syllogisms. Okay, so it means that uh, when we are writing a syllogism, so we are doing some mistakes, some logical mistakes. So what are those mistakes? For example, it may seem logical to make a statement like some A or B and some C or A. So is this some A or B and some C or A. Okay, so therefore in conclusion we should write some C or B. So A is a middle term, so because of that I will write in conclusion the relation between C and B. Screen با شما شیر شد آله. Okay, so here, as I have told you, that we have fallacy and syllogisms, the mistakes that we are doing in writing syllogisms. So here I have given you an example. For example, if we have a syllogism just like this, some A is equal to B, some C is equal to some C or equal to A. So here we have the middle term is A, and on the basis of this A, so we are combining the C and B in the conclusion. So this is also the sum. It means this is particular, and this is also particular. So it will be a fallacy in the syllogism. So here I have given you an example for the fallacy of syllogisms. Okay, so that we are doing by writing the syllogisms arguments. Some nice people are teachers. Some people with red hair are nice. Okay, therefore some teachers have red hair. So here, so we are doing the mistake. Okay, so what is the mistake? So here I have taken particular proposition. This is also particular proposition, but we should not take just like this. So any one of them should be a universal. For example, the first should be a universal proposition, the second should be the particular proposition. Okay, and then the conclusion should also be particular conclusion. सही है? So in Jamaica, कि some nice people are teacher, some people with red hair are nice. Okay, therefore some teachers have red hair. Okay, शायद ही باشه या نباشه خو conclusion, the conclusion اصلا conclusion क्या است वो مطابق major premise و minor premise درست است. خو ضروری نیست که مقصد استاد شاید حتما باید چی باشه، حتما باید red hair باشه. صحیح است. So now we are doing what we are doing mistakes. Okay, and this is syllogism. Okay, next we have, for example, some trees are all things. Okay, sorry, are tall things. Some trees are tall things. Okay, some tall things are buildings. Okay, so here I have taken particular major premise, particular minor premise, and now in the conclusion, so now tall is what? Tall is the middle term. Okay, so now on the basis of this tall I can say that therefore some trees are building. So now this doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we cannot say that trees are buildings. Okay, so here we are doing mistakes in syllogisms. So these types of mistakes in syllogism, we can say that these are the fallacies and syllogisms. Okay, so look at this. Some trees are tall things. This is okay, so no problem. Say sir, some tall things are buildings, so we can say buildings are also talls. Okay, but here when we are concluding this argument, yeah, this syllogisms, so here we are doing some mistake. Okay, so what is the mistake? So here we have also the particular proposition, but in this particular proposition what we have, some trees are building, but it doesn't make a sense. So tree are not buildings. Okay, ट्री क्या است او बिल्डिंग نیست. خب باساسی اگر ما میجر و ماینر پریمایسز اگر بگیم صحیح است. صحیح که اینجا ما میدل ترم هم داریم. فار اگزامپل تال است. تال فار اگزامپل ما میگیم که ای است. صحیح است. فار اگزامپل trees, we can say this is the major term. Tree is the major term. Okay, so this is we can say this is in the sorry, here things is the major term. So okay, trees we can say this is the major term. Okay, and here we have the buildings are the minor term. Buildings or the minor term, M. Size, for example, we are taking this is, for example, B, and we are taking this is a C, for example. So we can say that A is B. So right here A is B and C is A. So in conclusion, we have, due to the rules of the syllogism, so the conclusion is okay, so it's correct, but it doesn't make a sense. It is invalid. Why it's invalid? Sakinja, some trees are not are buildings. मकसद ये में कि trees हम चीज़ से building as. So now we are doing mistake right here. Okay, so if you have any question related to this, you can ask. إذا فهميدين يعني كدام سوال است دی؟ Any question? کدام سوال است؟
No, sir.
Okay, no question. So next, what we have, figure and moods of categorical syllogisms. Okay, so what is figure and what is the mood of categorical syllogisms? So what we have, first of all, figure. We can say figure is the arrangement of major, middle and minor term of the argument. Okay, so it is just an arrangement that for arrangement چی قسم می باشه. فگر چی میگه که مقصد چی قسم باید ما middle, minor و major term را arrange کنیم در یک syllogism. for example ما میگیم که یگان وقت major term اول می باشه، صحیح است، و sorry middle term اول می باشه و predicate آخر में باشه، صحیح است. د دوم syllogism مثال subject اول में باشه و middle آخر में باشه. नहीं मुख्तलिफ چی में باشه، مختلف arrangement syllogisms में باشه. in syllogisms, and when we have different arrangement of middle term, minor term and the major term, so this arrangement of the middle, minor and major term and syllogisms, we can say that this is the figure of the syllogism. Next we have mode. Mode is the arrangement of proposition by quality and quantity. It is the arrangement of the arrangement of the proposition in argument according to the quantity and quality. ما گفته بودم که quantity چی است. quantity ما مثال میگم که all، صحیح است. so all is what we can say, all is the universal quantity. Okay, universal ما quantity داریم، صحیح است. دوم چی است؟ for example ما میگیم sum particular. particular sum معنی چی است؟ particular. So we can say this particular is the particular particular. So particular is what? Particular, we can say this is the quantity. E quantity असतं universal वो particular quantity असतं. अमू the diagram के मो गुफ्ता बुदम के A E I O. सही है. So quantity means universal or particular. सही है. Quality means negative and positive. Yeah, we can say affirmative and negative. Okay. So here this is universal positive या affirmative असतं. Universal affirmative असतं. This is universal negative. This is particular positive. This is particular negative. So according to quantity and quality, when we are arranging the proposition, so that can be called as a mode. But when we are arranging when we are taking in a when we are describing the arrangement of major and middle and minor term of an argument, so that is called the figure. The figure असतं. So now here I have different example for figure and mode. So first we have figure. So here we have different arrangement of the middle term, minor term, and major term and figures. Okay, so categorical proposition is exist in four possible ways. Okay, also called the four figure of logics. So here we have four ways in which we are arranging the minor, major, and middle term. Okay, so here what is P? So P means we can say this is predicate. P is the predicate. Sorry, predicate. Predicate is, I have told you that when we have subject and when we have predicate and preposition. Okay, so here predicate is the word which explain the subject. Okay, सही से मिसाल में जुमला नविश्ता में कि all men are mortal are mortal. So here what we have, so in this proposition men is a subject and mortal we can say this is a predicate which will explain this subject. And subject we can say in preposition, so the subject is a word which can be which will be explained by the predicate. So here what we have, P is predicate and S is subject. So in this figure, so we are representing predicate by P and S, subject by S, and M is for the middle term. M bahuteri असतं middle term असतं. No predicate अगर मग आपण says the predicate the अव्वल proposition predicate ची असतं ही major term असतं. सही असतं व the दोन proposition ma subject रची में गेम is a minor term मो में गेम सही समो में गेम के subject इंजा ची असतं minor term असतं. नो अमू minor or major term इंजा असतं खमा फकत predicate व subject गिरफ्तम. सही को the अव्वल चिक्स में बाशा अव्वल arrangement ची असतं. So middle term will be at the first position. Okay, middle term is at first position. Then we will have predicate and second premise. So for example, this is premise 1 and this is premise 2. So in second premise, the subject will be the first and the middle term will be the last. Okay, so in major premise and first premise, middle term will be the first and the predicate will be the last. And in second premise, the subject will be the first and the middle term will be the last. And in conclusion, so we will have first will be the subject and last will be the predicate. So we can say that M is P, S is M, so therefore S is P. So I will give you examples for this, but first you need to know about the arrangement of middle, major and minor term. So then I will give you examples. Okay, so this was first arrangement in which the middle term is first in first premise and the middle term is last in the second premise. Okay, the second arrangement is what? So in second arrangement what we have, so the predicate will be first and middle term will be last, and in this the subject will be first and middle term will be last. So in this, in both premises, in major premise and in minor premise, so middle term will be the last term. Okay, so look at this. If we have premise 1, premise 2, so the middle term will be the last term in both cases. Okay, and the conclusion, so we will have SSP. Yeah, we can say subject will be the first and the predicate will be the last term. Next, what we have, we have the third arrangement. In this case, what will we have? Premise 1, premise 2. So the first term will be the middle term and the second will be predicate, and in this first will be middle and the second will be, yeah, the last will be the subject, yeah, the min term. Okay, so in this, in both premises the middle term will be the first term. Okay, ये अव्वल term में बॉशा, वो predicate वो subject क्या है, वो last terms में बॉशा. Therefore this is P. So in conclusion, always subject will be the first and predicate will be the second. So this was the third arrangement of the major, minor and middle term. Next, in fourth figure, so what will we have in fourth arrangement? So the first will be the predicate and first premise. So the second, yeah, the last will be the middle term. In this, the first will be the middle term and last will be the subject, yeah, we can say minor term. So this is premise 1 and this is premise 2. Okay, so therefore SSP, so always subject will be first and predicate will be last. Okay, so these were different figures that we have, yeah, the arrangement of middle, minor and major term and the syllogisms. So if you have any question related to this, so you can ask. खुदा हम सवाल आस्ते हैं? Any question? Do you have any question related to this slide? Okay, no question, it is clear. Okay, next what we have, so next here I have given you an example for each of the figures. So first figure, what we have in first figure, so here in first figure the middle term is the subject of the major premise and the predicate of the minor premise. It means that here what will we have, so the middle term will be the subject in first premise and will be the predicate and the second premise. मकसद इंजा अव्वल में आया वो इंजा आखिर में आया middle term. So this is the arrangement of the major and minor term. So here we have rules for the first figure. The major premise must be universal. The minor premise must be affirmative. So look at this. What does it mean? The major premise must be universal. अव्वल premise के माने इश्ता में किन्हें ई बायद ची बाशा, बायद universal बाशा. मकसद बायद particular ना बाशा. Either A बाशा या either E. So the same diagram that I have drawn in the opposition of proposition, for example A, E, I, O. So now what we have, so this is these two are the universal. So from these two anyone अगर ये पॉजिटिव बाशा, अफर्मेटिव बाशा या नेगेटिव बाशा फर्क ना मिलेगा, खो यूनिवर्सल बायद बाशा सही है. अवल टर्म या अवल प्रीमाइस मेजर प्रीमाइस बायद ची बाशा यूनिवर्सल बायद बाशा सही है. दोम the major premise must be the minor premise must be affirmative. दोम premise क्या असतं, ई बायद ची बाशा affirmative बाशा, affirmative ई दो असतं सही. नमेगे की पर्टिकुलर असतं या युनिवर्सल असतं, हो अफर्मेटिव बायद बाशा, बायद पॉजिटिव बाशा. अवल अगर शुमा नेगेटिव में गिरी या पॉजिटिव में गिरी फर्क न मेकिना, हो बायद युनिवर्सल बाशा. दो मेगा कि अगर ये पर्टिकुलर बाशा या युनिवर्सल बाशा, हो बायद पॉजिटिव बाशा صحیح. So these are the rules. These rules keep in mind, okay, and you should also keep this arrangement in your mind, so then you can make the first figure of the syllogisms. So look at this: all men are educated, all rich men are all rich are men, therefore all rich are educated. So look at this, what we have. So all men are educated. So here men is what? Men is the middle term. M asta ho middle term asta. Says which one is predicate? So here we have educated is predicate. EP asta. Says yeah, we can say major term asta. So now this is middle term. Why? Because it is also in the second premise, and in second premise we have middle term right here. We predicate as all in so rich is the this is subject. So MPSM, MPSM. Okay, so now this is an arrangement. اینجا ما چی گفته بودم؟ the rule که باید چی باشه؟ universal باید باشه. باید چی باشه؟ یونیورسال باشه. اینجا ما یونیورسال گرفتیم. اگر شما اینجا ایکس هم نوشته کردی all men are not educated، صحیح است. خب مقصد یک جمله ما جور کردیم، صحیح است که مقصد یا ای پازیتیو می باشه یا نگاتیو، خو یونیورسال باید باشه. ایکس هم غلط است که ما نوشته کنیم که some men are educated for the major premise for first figure, so it will be wrong when I'm writing some men are educated or some men are not educated. So that will be wrong because according to the rule, so what should we take? We should take the universal premise, not the particular proposition. Okay, so here in the second all rich are men، ما باز گفتم که باید affirmative باشه. اینجا ما affirmative گرفتیم. اگر شما یک سمم بگیرین که some rich are men، صحیح است، it's okay, no problem. But when you are writing some all rich are not men, yeah, some rich are not men, so then that will be wrong according to the rule. Okay, so here we have this arrangement MPSM. M is P and S is M, therefore S is P. So here S is the rich, this is the subject of this minor premise, and educated is the predicate of the major. So we can say therefore S is SRP. So this is the first arrangement of the syllogism. Do you have any question? کدام سوال است؟ Any question related to this slide? Sana, Amir, Fatma. خب یک گپ دیگه است. شما ما که می سلوجیزم را تشریح میکنیم، اصل هدف سلوجیزم را شما میفهمین یا نه، یا ما مو تو تشریح میکنیم فقط؟ اصلا این را خب میفهمین که چی هستن؟ اصلا ما این را چرا میخوانیم؟ Okay, so you don't know that why we are studying this. So now سلا ایره ما با این خاطر میخوانیم که اینجا امی سلوجیزمز هست یا لاجیک هست. So we want to build our logic. صحیح است. ما so when we need some logical reasonings, so how will we make a conclusion for logical reasonings؟ صحیح است. For example ما شما میگیم که بحث میگیم، صحیح است، discussion ما میکنیم، صحیح است. نو این سبجکت که است، سو این لوجیک ریزنینگ شما بیولد میکنه که مقصد شما اگر دیسکشن میکنین یا شما با یک نفر دیگه یک پروف میتین، باید شما با یک لوجیک پروف میتین. صحیح، لوجیک چی قسم جور میشه یا یک کنکلوژن چی قسم دیرایو میشه؟ اول باید شما پریمایسز داشته باشین. از پریمایسز باید شما چی بگین؟ یک کنکلوژن را باید شما بگیرین. فور ایگزامپل ما ریزنینگ میکنیم، ریزنینگ اگر ما میکنیم بدون ثبوت، ما میگیم که بدون ثبوت باید ما کنکلوژن یا کنکلود نکنیم یک گپ را. صحیح است. اینجا این میگه که کنکلوژن وقتی که ما میگیریم، وقتی که ما لاجیکل ریزنینگ میکنیم، صحیح است، نو با اساس پریمایسز ما لاجیکل ریزنینگ میکنیم. اما بالا کندیشن است، او کندیشن باز مختلف قسم نوشته میشه. مثال ما میگیم که uh, یک نفر میگم که for example Ali is mortal مقصد فانی انسان فانی است ما فانی شما میفهمین یعنی فانی ما با اردو فانی میگیم صحیح است میگیم که انسان چی است فانی
ما
است
فانی میگیم.
فانی میگی
فانی یعنی خود.
صحیح است ما میگیم
ها.
که مثال علی فانی است علی یک نفر است فانی است شما چرا میگی که فانی است so now we should give
خب
some
فانی است
logical
درست
reasoning
استاد یعنی
ها mortal
فانی
mortal
استاد میگه.
mortal
آه.
mortal مثال ما میگیم که Ali is mortal why I'm telling that Ali is mortal so now I should give a reason for this باید ما یک ریزن بتیم صحیح است ما گفتیم که علی مارتل است علی یک نفر است مارتل است چرا مارتل است باز ما یک استیتمنت را کوت میکنیم یک مثال باز ما میتیم که اینجا گفته شده که all men are mortal و Ali is men so because of that Ali is what Ali is mortal so for logical reasoning so we are doing this thing so we are studying this logic subject we are studying these syllogisms to build our logical reasoning that how will we do logical reasonings when we are concluding something so how will we give the reason for that conclusion so for that we are discussing this subject صحیح است بخاطر این ما امی subject را باز discuss میکنیم او مو syllogisms را ما با این خاطر discuss میکنیم سنا امید دارم که حال فهمیده باشین and other students also دیگه شاگردان اگر نفهمیده باشن بگین خیر است که ما تشریح کنیم که مقصد اگر کدام سوال در مغز شما باشه صحیح است شما پرسان کنین که ما چرا میخوانیم ما امور تشریح میکنیم که مقصد میدل ترم این طرف میای ماینر ترم اون طرف میای این باید یونیورسال باشه این باید پارتیکولر باشه و افرماتیو نگاتیو شما فقط میگی که استاد ما فهمیدیم دیگه این نمیفهمه که چرا ما میخوانیم صحیح است این باید اول شما بفهمین که چرا ما میخوانیم now you got the point Fatma سنا در کدام جای شما را خواندین I think the time is also over but here I have also I have also given you the second figure third figure and fourth figure so now you should take the بعد از این آخر کوشن هم هست آخر ایران باز ما میگیم براتون خب شما ایرا خود بخوانین حالا دوم چی است سکند فیگر است سکند فیگر امو اینجا ما ارنجمنت را گفتیم صحیح است که اول پردیکیت میای باز मिडल टर्म में है बाज सब्जेक्ट में है باز मिडल टर्म آخر में है صحیح است امیر ما مکمل تشریح کردیم اینجا شما فقط با ما ای پیدا کنین که اینجا middle term چی است صحیح است this one in this case which one is the middle term the premise middle term چی است و the premise major term کدام است یا پی کدام است و دایی اس کدام است و ام کدام است صحیح است امیرا شما چی کنین پیدا کنین و باز با ما روان کنین صحیح است مثل یک اسایمنت واره شده شما صحیح است the second premise مثل که اینجا ما the previous slide با شما گفتم که ای ام است صحیح است اینجا ما گفتیم که men is m or educated is p صحیح sir rich is s and this min is m it means middle term صحیح sir no middle term in the major premise is first and predicate is the last in the second yeah the minor premise in the minor premise what we have the subject is first and middle term is last and in the conclusion so we have first is s and the last is p so امیکسم شما پیدا کنین را با ما بگوین با صحیح است که مقصد کدام کدام ام است کدام اس است و در کدام اول ام آمده و در کدام آخر ام آمده صحیح است یا میدل ترم آمده امیکسم شما ایرا پیدا کنین باز با ما بگوین خب در سکند هم است در ترد هم است و در فورت هم است ما چپتر روان میکنیم براتون مشکل نیست صحیح است فهمیدین اوکی ایتس کلیر خب چپتر باز ما روان میکنیم و باز شما با ما بگوین خب و اینجا آخر کوشن ما گفتم صحیح است the question چی است first question است P look at this P M M S صحیح است therefore S P is dash این کدام فیگر است امیر باید شما انتخاب کنین که کدام فیگر است امو ارنجمنت پیش ازی است امو ارنجمنت را یک دفعه ببین صحیح است و بعد از این شما بگین که کدام فیگر است صحیح است بعد از این چی است next all men are walking all Peter are men therefore all Peter are walking صحیح است is a dash این کدام فیگر است باز شما خیر اینجا چی کنین که مقصد یونیورسال است صحیح است یونیورسال پوزیتیو است این یونیورسال پوزیتیو است صحیح است therefore all Peters SRPs so here which figure we have used in this okay next the major premise must be universal and one premise must be negative or the rules of dash کدام فیگر است ما اینجا رول تشریح کردیم که the major premise must be universal one premise must be negative اونجا رول نوشته است نو باز شما بگین که کدام فیگر است نو این جوابارم باز شما خود پیدا کنین که کدام کدام است اگر نتانستین خیر باز ما تشریح میکنیم صحیح است okay I will also send you the link